Hi there, I'm Jill Webb from Jill Webb Training. One of my areas of specialism is safeguarding, and one of the courses I run is Safer Recruitment. I really enjoy this course and working with organisations and individuals to think about this, what can be quite a challenging subject. And it seems recently that it's even more been so as we've been doing more virtually and the world's changed a little bit, hasn't it? So I just thought it'd be useful to outline some of the principles involved in safer recruitment. If you ask somebody about making recruitment safe, making sure we get the right people, nearly always the first answer I get is, Jill, it's about a DBS check, disclosure and barring service, I know all about that. That is great and it's really important, but it's not the be all and end all. So there are certain roles in organisations where you are working with children and adults at risk which will need a DBS check. And that's something you can check out on the DBS website or ask me for more information. Really important, you've got a policy in place in your organisation. Many people may have something on their DBS check from 5, 10, 20, 30 years ago. Doesn't bar them from working with children that they were caught shoplifting when they were 20 and they're now in their 40s. So you need some kind of policy around what things matter on a DBS check and what you're going to accept. And actually what that is a little bit of a risk assessment. So it'll be a discussion with the individual about anything that shows up. Don't forget that a DBS check should be renewed regularly. Most organisations renew them every 3 years, or your staff should be members of the update service. And again, let me know if you need any more information about that. But safer recruitment is far more than having a clear DBS. We can all think of criminals who, had they applied for a job a week before they were caught, would have had a clear DBS, and we certainly wouldn't have wanted them working in our organisations. It's all about a process, right from application form to the kind of questions you ask at interview, perhaps some quite challenging questions. How are you going to feel if a child tells you they're being abused? What are you going to do? How are you going to look after your welfare when you're working in this quite high-risk, challenging environment, perhaps of a residential home? Things like that. It's taking up good references, and by good references, I mean, and I know how busy we all are, checking out who's given the references. Yeah, you really need a reference from the last workplace, and you need to be very, very clear why somebody left their last workplace. You may be sacked or agree to leave or leave under a cloud, and that may be around some practice that is not enough to be recorded on your DBS but would still make a future employer uncomfortable. So make sure of that, and make sure you are getting a really genuine reference from somebody who knows the person. If I get the reference by email, I like to ring up and just check who sent it, check that it's who it says it is, because I'm not being funny, but anybody can make up an email address and send themselves a reference. And then make sure you're really clear about the job. Are people really clear what they're signing up to? If you're asking somebody to sign up for a role as a family support worker, do they realise the kind of challenge that that will involve? Sometimes there's perhaps a perception, oh, I'd like to do that job. It'll be sitting having a nice cup of tea with a family. And those of us that have worked in that arena know it's far more than that. It's really, really important to be clear what the role involves, even if it's a voluntary one. And if I'm honest, we're perhaps even worse at this than we are with a paid job. So if you want me to come and run the local Brownie unit, I'm a volunteer with Girl Guiding, I need to be clear with you that that involves keeping those books. Actually, are you okay with finance, or is there going to be something on your DBS that tells me you shouldn't be handling money? It's going to involve working with parents as well as the Brownies to send out communications and things like that. It's going to involve getting to the meeting a while before to set it up and being available afterwards in case any of the parents want to chat. All totally straightforward, but if I sign somebody up saying, oh, it's just 6 till 7 on a Thursday night, straight away that's not a good recruitment exercise. And talking about volunteers, it's just as important that we carry out safer recruitment with volunteers as with our paid staff. Volunteers are in a very trusted position with children, or adults at risk, and it's really important we keep those members of our society safe. Those of you that have trained with me will know I am passionate about safeguarding. I'm passionate that everybody in society gets their chance to grow to their full potential. So if our safer recruitment processes can help with that, that is absolutely great. Thank you.